Everybody got one who wants one? All right, we're going to use them this morning. We're going to start with one of my favorite hymns, O Come, All Ye Faithful. If you'd like to rise in body or spirit, please do so. Okay. O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Let's hear those jingles. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee be all glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Some excellent jinglers in this crowd.
So, good morning, everyone. I can't tell you how good it is to stand up here and see these smiling faces of family. It means so much to me. Can't tell you. I want to say first, we request that you silence your phone. If you haven't already done that, please do so. May this service bless each of you on your spiritual path. Those of you that are here in person, those of you that are joining us on Zoom or Facebook, and all of those who are with us in spirit. My name is Celeste Kroll. I'll be guiding us through this special sacred service. They're all special this morning. Do we have any first-time visitors here? If we do, could you please raise your hand if you, I don't think so. I see all family members here. All right, our prayer chaplain, no, we're not saying that. Online visitors, you may visit our website at unitygainesville.org. What? The theme of the month is life. Life is my ability to energize, vitalize, enliven, and make whole. And the color is red. And I have red today. All right. So I invite you to stand up if you can, and let's say Unity's core values, which should be on the screen. If not, we're going to read them from the side. And here they are. So the first we're going to say is, let's see, do we happen to have, we're going to do mission first? Okay. So mission, through prayer, meditation, spiritual education and service. We put God's love into action. All right, and the next one is vision. So, centered in divine love and wisdom, we joyfully create a world united in positive spirituality. And the last one is core values: spirit-led, love, generosity, gratitude, inclusivity. Yes. And here is our Reverend.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Y'all better get energized. We're gonna have a party up in here. All right, y'all. So as we know, this is our evocation. And you've heard this probably 30 times, and you'll probably hear another 30,000 more. We don't brush our teeth once and say we're clean. It's a practice. And so this evocation is a reminder of who we are. Who we are. Not in our fullness, but who we are in everything. Whether we're feeling low and frustrated, or whether we're feeling full in gratitude, this is who we are. And this is our reminder. So I invite you to take a cleansing breath when you hear the gong. We hit the gong for the first time, acknowledging that there is only oneness, that there is only love. And no matter what name we feel comfortable using, that God presence is all there is. We hit the gong a second time, acknowledging that we are the activity. We are the music. We are the hands and feet of that oneness. We are the bursting forth. Imagine a pearl that comes from an oyster. We're even more connected than that, because the pearl is separate from the oyster. The best I can say is we're a wave. That wave is still ocean. We can't pull a wave out from an ocean. It is a part of that out picturing and perpetually connected. That is us and that oneness. And we hit the gong for that clarity. And we hit the gong a final time as a reminder that we have mortgage payments and taxes coming up. We have car notes and kids that drive us nuts. We got text messages, and this is the holiday season, but it's also a reminder of some frustrations. That while there is oneness and all there is love, and while we are the activity, we also have life. When we came into this incarnation, we had a decision that we made, which was to experience this. And so we hit the gong for that clarity. And so it is. Do we have any birthdays that happened this week? Okay. Do we have anybody in our community that had something worth celebrating this week? What could it have been? Okay, I see you, Barbara. Okay, okay. Anybody else? Something that's worth celebrating. Okay, I see you, Star. Yes, Dave. Rupali, yes. Do we have anyone in our community that had some kind of commemoration, an anniversary? Maybe this was the 20th year you did a thing, or we want to acknowledge that. Yes, we did. We had winter solstice. We all going to celebrate that. And finally, do we have anybody in our community that's moving through a healing journey? Maybe we have grief. Maybe we had some ailments in our bodies. And so we acknowledge that healing journey. And if there's anybody in our circle, right? So we have family members, neighbors, close friends who also may be moving through a healing journey. We want to acknowledge them as well. So what I like to do is I like us to lift our hands and just know that a lot of hands popped up as I'm standing here. So you probably weren't able to see those hands. And there was energy where someone didn't raise their hand. And so we want to acknowledge that. We're going to say together, we see you. We love you. We walk with you on this sacred journey. We celebrate you in all of your wholeness. And so it is. So y'all know that right there is for our oneness candle. And so when we light this candle, it's acknowledging that this flame is all of us. And as Celeste said, this month we are honoring life. Can we say life? Life. Ooh, y'all said it right. Y'all said it right. Life can't be like, life. Nah, you got to put some fervor on that one. So we light our candle for life. And I want to invite Celeste up to light our Advent candle.
First, I want to tell you what is Advent. Some of us didn't know the exact definition of it, but Carla was great in informing us exactly what it is. Advent is the 24 days of December before Christmas. That's Advent. And we have 4 candles that we're going to light them today of the 4 candles. Usually they're lit one for each week before Advent. And so the first, you can see these 4 candles here. There's 3 purples and 1 pink. So the first candle is hope. And so I'm going to light that one. Hopefully. There we go. We have fire. All right, that's hope. All right, then for the second week, the second candle is love. Second candle is love. Well, that's what I was told, love. So I'm going with it. Let's see. I got it. All right, and the third candle is love. Wait, third candle is peace. That's right. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I got it. All right, and then the last candle, the pink candle, is love. Right? Let's see. Is joy. You're right. Joy. Thank you very much. You can see how much I know about Advent. I'm sorry.
The order doesn't matter.
Is the pink candle? That's for Christmas. Is that? Do they do that on Christmas or they do it on the 4th Sunday? Do they do it on Christmas or do they do it on the 4th Sunday? All right, which we're doing. All right, let's see about this one, because the wick is not up. Let me see. All right, I got the wick up. There we go. All right. Advent. All right. Okay, we got some surprises here today. Some different things going on here. You're going to be surprised. I'm going to start with this big surprise. Okay. So, you know, we're getting to where we have more and more potluck dinners, and everyone who likes coming to a potluck dinner. It's very, very popular. We're really enjoying this happening, but we want to have our meals be sort of like not everybody brings a dessert or not everybody brings just a main dish, that we have a good variety of things. And so Star, who works so hard and does so much for us, thank you for all that you do, Star. You don't know how much. I sort of know. She does a lot. and yes, and Sally as well. We so appreciate both of you so much, to keep us organized. So she's trying to keep us organized. So I think this was Star's idea, but I'm not sure. It was Sally's idea to encourage people to actually sign up ahead of time for what meal they're going to bring for the potluck dinner. And the reason why is that way we don't have all of just one thing. It's sort of more organized so that we have a good variety of food. We're having a raffle for the 10 people out of all the people that brought food, for the 10 people that actually signed up to say what they were going to bring to the dinner. So there were only 10 of us. But to encourage people in the future to sign up so that we can balance everything out and have a really spectacular dinner, we've got this raffle going on. I didn't even take my name out of the raffle, but hopefully I won't win. We'll see. So I have, now if you want to do it, you may do it. Yes?
Here, I'm going to let you do it.
Oh, no, because if I win, it won't be good.
Okay.
He's going to go with the one person that wins.
Okay. Can we agree if they're here? Anyway,
Oh, do you think you must be present to win?
must be present.
Oh, Kate Brigman is the winner.
Yeah.
Yay for Kate.
So what did you win?
I don't know. Star, can you tell? We don't know what the winner gets. Oh, that's right. It was $10 gift certificate to the bookstore. That's right. I remember that now. Gift certificate to the bookstore. And there's lots of good things in there, lots of good books for reasonable prices, just so you know.
Which is
If
a
you haven't
perfect
been in there to
plug.
check it out, you should.
Which is a perfect plug to say that in the bookstore, please check it out after service. I want to say, other than the back wall, everything is $5. The books are. And so what we want to do is we want to get more circulation in the bookstore and way more activity. When Sally and I first came to Unity, that bookstore, we realized how much of a gem it was because other spiritual communities just don't have it. So we get a chance to demonstrate how we function as a spiritual community and also texts that were important for us and our development. So we get a chance to circulate some stuff. So I would say check in with Shirley and anybody else in the bookstore this afternoon because we definitely want to get some movement in there. And so shout out to Kate, got that $10 credit. Okay.
All right, now some other things that are coming up. Just to let you know, we have a very important ceremony called the Burning Bowl ceremony. How many have done this before? So you know what a spiritual thing this is to do this Burning Bowl ceremony. A great way to let go of unneeded thoughts and begin a new year. That's going to be on January 5th. So make sure you put that down on your calendar for the Burning Bowl. Also, I want to mention that there is a meditation gathering. This is a big deal, that our church is now going to be offering this on a regular basis. Starting January 5th from 9 to 10 a.m. Here in the sanctuary. Here in the sanctuary. It's designed to relax and rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to read the daily word. And the word, and I think Sally's going to put it up here just so you can see it. The word that we're going to use is Christmas. My joy is complete. Christ is reborn in me. And this comes from Luke chapter 2, verse 10. I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people. Christmas Day is the culmination of a busy season of planning, visiting, and volunteering and celebrating with joyous activities. I feel joy and gratitude as I enjoy the day. I may gather with family and friends or spend time in peaceful solitude. However I celebrate, I revel in understanding this is the fulfillment of the Christmas season, the celebration of the birth of Jesus and the rebirth of my Christ itself. All the busyness of the season and outward preparation are symbolic of inner preparation for spiritual rebirth. I am grateful for the Christ Spirit reborn in me. I give thanks for my heart-to-heart connection with dear ones near and far, and bless all others with thoughts of love and peace and best wishes for a Merry Christmas. So again, my joy is complete. Christ is reborn in me. And now we're going to have an opening.
All right, everybody, we know that prayer is something we do often. We just don't call it prayer. Anytime we open our mouths to speak, that is a prayer. Whenever we say, I'm tired, or I need more of this, or yeah, that didn't work out. For some reason, that just doesn't work out. I'm good at everything else, but that just doesn't work out. We acknowledge that those are prayers. A prayer is simply what we hold our attention on and fuel it with our power. So if we hold our attention on what we lack, we fuel it with power. And it's only supported by the words we say. That's a prayer. So our prayer this morning is simply to take a cleansing breath. And with this breath, we wipe clean any residue of any reminder of any remnant that has us thinking we are less than whole. Because all there is wholeness, is love. And so this morning we affirm in this holiday season, we affirm that we are surrounded in pure light and love. That it not only surrounds us, it engulfs us. It starts within and is outside, without. We affirm that in this community, in the closing of this year, 2024, we lay to rest all that needs to be retired, and we awaken all the light that we may have inadvertently dimmed. We affirm this and we say Ashe. We say Amen.
Amen.
We say Aho.
Aho.
We say, and so it is.
And so it is. I wrote this song for Advent as I was contemplating the Christmas story and its significance to the different players in the story, and how each of them had a call from Spirit and answered that call. And it was an inner transformation of the life energy inside of them. So the song is called Come to Life. A shepherd on the hillside, gazing upon the night sky. Something's shifting out there. Watching, waiting after much speculating. A whisper in the dark said, trust yourself. Quicken your senses. Be still and listen. Those stirrings inside bring you to life. Come to life. Your star will guide. Come to life. When the angel told Mary no heavenly music was playing, just the beating of her heart. She felt the mystery coming. Would she be worthy of something? A cry in the dark said, you're born to create. So quicken your senses. Be still and listen to those stirrings inside that bring you to life. Come to life. Come to life. Your star will guide. Come to life. That wise man awoke from his dream to journey to a distant land. Something reaching across those sands. He wondered, have I gone crazy? It's just too far beyond imagining. A cry in the dark said, you've gotta go. You've got to know. So quicken your senses. Be still and listen to those stirrings inside that bring you to life. Come to life. Come to life. Your star will guide you to life. Come to life. star will guide. Thank you. I appreciate your jingles.
Thank you so much, Penta. We got her tucked in here. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that song, Penta Rose. Our affirmed word this month is life. Is life. And the irony with life is it's not a big, sweeping, glorious rainbow. It's actually the moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And then when we look back on it, we see decades. We see years. The days and the months get fuzzy. You remember like things kinda, and then somebody else remembers a thing kinda, and then y'all take those two condas together and oh yeah, that's what happened, that's right. But life isn't, in the totality of the experience of human existence, life isn't a glorious like showering of abundance. It's not until we reflect upon that thing do we see all of its majesty. We hear stories of people on their deathbed. And what we are told over and over and over again, that when it's our time, we don't think about what we did. We think about what we didn't do. The yearning is what you didn't do, who you didn't hug, who you didn't reach out to, the decisions you didn't make. Life is actually a collection of a lot of moments. And what's powerful, what's beautiful, what is perfectly mathematically precise with life being our word this month is that for all of us, while this life force is still pulsing in our bodies, in this incarnation, we have an opportunity to live it fully. The question is how? Moment to moment. Moment to moment. This year, I don't know about y'all, but it flew. It flew. And here we are at the sunset of 2024. And all that happened, all that went right, and all that may have went wrong in terms of how we wanted it to go, it's done. It is done. And we have an opportunity in these last 2 weeks of this year to reset. What's powerful about a reset is not like turning a TV off and on, right? It's not like hitting a light switch off and on. That's an inanimate object. For anything that is pulsing in oneness, which we are, there is no switch. We are reminded by that in the setting of the sun. The sun doesn't just off. A sunrise isn't just boom, now we got sunlight. The other day, I was in Mississippi a couple days ago. So long story short, y'all, I'm shooting a documentary. I was in Two Egg, Florida, up to Philadelphia, Mississippi, down to Jackson, swung over to Montgomery. Y'all, I was at the Florida-Alabama line. I was in towns. I have to look at the paperwork to see exactly where we were. So we're working on a documentary about black farmers. And we were in a SUV, the whole camera crew, and we collected these stories. And a couple days ago, I was in the hotel, and it was almost like the building was designed to see the sunrise. And so I was woken up, and I couldn't sleep, even though my body wanted rest. I was woken up. And I said, okay, what am I supposed to learn? What's happening? So I start meditating. I'm like, okay, I'm awake and I should be sleeping. What's going on? And I feel led to open the window. And I open the window and I see this little like sliver of light. And what was pronounced was street lights, right? Little headlights moving down the street, and a sliver of light across the horizon. And I was waiting to see a sunrise. That sunrise took a long time. I don't know if y'all have ever sat while it's dark and just waited for the sun to rise. It's a while. It's a while. You open your phone, you look at the app, it'll say the sun rises at 7:20. No, it doesn't. It does not. That is a process. I sat there. It was, let's say, 7 o'clock our time, so it was 5 o'clock that time. So I sat there for at least an hour and 10 minutes because I'm seeing the light progress. I'm seeing the space once fully illumined by artificial light was now being made, it was dwarfed by the light of the sun. And then when the sun popped through the horizon, it was fast. If I turned away and tried to get my camera, it was already up. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta catch it. Because when the sun is actually here, it's rapid. The sun itself is a stable force, but what's rapid? It's us. We're moving at a clip, tens of thousands of miles per hour. Earth is. And at the same time, we're tilted on an axis, hurling through the universe. And what appears to be the sun is rising, we're moving, we're shifting. The sun is a stable force. Does that make sense, y'all? What is stable in our journey is oneness. It's not like, I can't get a break. God, I'm praying for this thing, and what's going on? God ain't going nowhere. God is inside of you. You and God are one. God ain't out there. And guess what? God ain't in here either. All that exists is what we call God. That is the stable force. In this human incarnation, the clarity of our personality, which we chose, our parents, whom we chose, our eye color, everything that makes up our physical anatomy and more, we determined before we came incarnation. I'm saying something true because the microphone is breaking up. That's how you know you in the pocket. When you get like little trickles and then a sun comes, does a thing, a deer runs across the street, okay, we talking about something real, right? Often when moments like that happen, we perceive it as something to fear or, okay, what's going on? Like as if it's an alarm clock, but really it's a nudge. We are not just the density of this body. When we are on the other side of this incarnation, we're going to have so much clarity. And for all of our loved ones in this room who've transitioned, who've passed away, who've passed on to the next phase of this thing we call life, they have a clearer view of what we are dancing with than we do. Yet when we meditate, when we open ourselves to the possibility that there is more than what we can see, we say yes to a whole nother dimension of clarity. We say yes to it. So I'm watching the sunrise, and I'm tempted just to stare into it. And the little kid in me is like, how come I can't just look at the sun at sunrise? So I'm just staring at the sun. I'm going for it. I read in some book, it's good for you anyway, not to stare into it, but to be in the sunlight. So I'm like, this is the best thing. So I'm like staring into the sun. And I gotta look away, of course. But when I look away for a long while, for a sustained time, my vision was obstructed. That light was so bright. It was so bright, I couldn't really see what was around me. I just took it in. I'm a little kid experiencing the sunrise. I'm already sleep deprived. Let me just experience it. All right? I'm already tired. Let me just be a kid again. I can't really see because I stared into the sun too long. When we allow ourselves to fully drop into the clarity of our oneness, we can't see the things that would normally stress us out. When we are so locked in to our connection to oneness, to the fact that we can choose happiness despite what's around us. When we can choose love despite evidence of something else, that's our vision being obstructed by oneness. Does that make sense, y'all? So I'm using the sun as a metaphor. That I physically looked into the sun. When I looked too long, my vision was obstructed. All I could see was remnants of the sun. When we are fully connected into our clarity of oneness, that we are co-creators with God, that the experience that we intend to have is fully ours to determine. What would normally drive us crazy, we don't even see. We're not even aware of it. Did you see them flick you off? No, I wasn't even paying attention. I missed that. You didn't see that? It was right there. They pulled up right next to you. I didn't see it. Many of us have had experiences where somebody says, whoa, there was a truck that passed right by you. It was? I didn't even see it. Somebody says, if you was here 5 minutes ago, you just missed them. I did? We're not, like, literally, we are not aware of the things that would prick our personality when we're fully dropped in to what we call oneness. The anchoring thought for today is actually from Maya Angelou. She says, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. All right, let's take a second. I want y'all to say it with me. I'll say it and then y'all repeat after me. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. All right, we're going to take that in. We're going to take that in. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Let's take that in. When people show you who they are, Believe them the first time. On a personality level, that is simply if you ask somebody for help and they're unable to do it for a variety of reasons, let's just say they're locked in their inability to serve. They're locked in self, that they're unable to think outside of their own personality. And we can call it a lot of different things. Let's just say this person's unreliable. You've asked for help. They know you need the help. They've been unwilling and unable to stand up and be there for you. We can have a lot of different names for it, right? So one part of that statement is when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. So if you ask them to be there for you and they weren't there when you needed them, believe that action. So we don't ask them again when something else comes up. We know that we're unable to ask that person to be there because they're unreliable. They've shown us the first time that their word, it wasn't viable. So according to Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. Okay, I understand, no worries. It's okay. Yep, I get it. Stuff happens. Yep, no worries. Yeah, we got it done. We figured it out. No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Believe them the first time. Now, of course, if something comes up and it's genuine, you know when it's heart-centered. I'm talking about the other stuff. That's on like a personality level. On a spiritual level, when we are in community with somebody, and if what we're engaging with is, let's just use the word complaining, right? Let's say there's somebody in your circle who all they do is complain. You like, give me a break, please. You saying this in your head, you don't say it to them, but you just hang on and you hold it long after they've left. And you know the next time you see them, you're thinking, oh, yep, that's right. They're going to complain. Here we go. Yep, it's cold. I got you. Yep, I'm cold too. Right, or whatever. Just you name it. The complaints are going to come. Maya Angelou's, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. From a spiritual perspective, that complaining has a source. That complaining, what we're perceiving as them complaining all the time, actually has a source. And if we're open enough, if we're vulnerable enough, if we're sensitive enough to each other as humans, we may identify the source of why that person complains. This happened to me. One of my filmmakers, my co-collaborators, he could not stop complaining. And day 4, after spending all that time together, we start sharing stories. And come to find out, his parents were so hard on him. His desire for perfection was so acute that he would bad talk himself. And I remember 6 weeks ago when we were prepping for this film shoot, he was working on the image pipeline, working on the cinematography. And we would talk and debrief before we would get to set. And 6 weeks ago, I remember him saying, yeah, I was making mistakes. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm a professional. And he to snowball into how much mistakes are unacceptable. And if this were a bigger set, he would be fired and cursed out. This is 6 weeks ago. He's in New York. He's holding a camera by himself. And I'm listening to this, and I'm, trying to delicately, it's okay, it's all good. Good. Thankfully, you made the mistakes then and not when we're in Mississippi or whatever the thing is, right? And not until day 4 of our film shoot do I realize that perpetual complaining was actually something he was doing to himself. What I was seeing as this was actually this. And then when I realized that, I'm able to see the little boy. I'm able to see the child. I'm able to love on that child. And then yesterday, we had our last shot. And it's called a martini shot. Nobody's drinking, it's just what it's called. Okay? We had our last shot of the day. It's a big thing on all film sets, our martini shot. All right, everybody claps, we made it. It was a lot of preparation, a lot of investment. The film is done. Now we're gonna move into post-production, which is the editing. But that day on set, we hit our martini shot. And I couldn't quite pinpoint what was, I just couldn't take my eyes off of him. I couldn't pinpoint what I was experiencing. I couldn't pin it. But he looked lighter. He looked so happy. Sally pointed it out. We took a picture together. He looked happy. He looked free. And then, when I took him to our airport, the complaining began again. And I was like, oh, that's what was different. The complaining stopped. His love for self had shifted. We were patting each other on the back. That shot was incredible. You see the sunlight? Whoa, that flare. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? The stories we were getting. We couldn't even script it. But it wasn't until 5 p.m. yesterday when I got him to the airport that I realized that's what was different. That self-accusation had lifted. Something else replaced it. But because we have to be mindful, because we have to be diligent and, dare I say, militant to hold the guardrails of where our mind might want to go, it could creep right back. And so now we can't see the sun, and so what we do need are the street lights and the street lamps and the headlights on our cars. That's our illumination. I am here simply reminding us of what we already know. What we already know. The first lesson is this: when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time. And as long as we desire to stay rooted in our spiritual practice, and I say practice because physicians practice medicine, attorneys practice law. As spiritual practitioners, we practice the work of spiritual development. This is our practice. We chose to be at Unity of Gainesville on Sunday morning when we could easily be drinking hot chocolate, hanging out. We got dressed to come here for no other reason but to be reminded of our spiritual practice. And so as long as we're rooted in that, when we're met by people who might prick us, we have to ask, what is it that's pricking me? What am I seeing? What am I experiencing? And we will undoubtedly see the child that we got to love on. Because in us loving on that child, we're loving on ourselves. Because we are all oneness. There is only one. If I'm loving on my co-collaborator, I'm loving on myself. When we give, we feel good when we give because we're giving to ourselves. You know what I'm talking about, y'all. When you feel like you just want to do something good for somebody and you follow through. You make your neighbor that pot roast. You get that bouquet of flowers and you give it to the bus driver. Whatever you do, it feels good because you are giving to yourself. Because we're all one. My reminder is this, y'all. We have life force pulsating in our body in this incarnation. And we have an opportunity, moment to moment to moment, to choose the kind of life we desire. Because when we look back, there is no do-over. Not with these bodies, not with these relationships. So let's choose as co-creators with God the kind of journey we desire. Let's take that into oneness. Let's take that into meditation. If we can take a cleansing breath. And what we're going to do is, however you best open, however you do it, if it's just sending a thought to your heart space, if it's opening your arms, if it's stretching your head back, if it's repositioning yourselves in your chair, whatever it is that you need, your body temple needs, let's give it. Because we are in a moment of transition. We are moving into a new year with new focus, renewed intention for the life we desire. And so we breathe. And we're going to rest as the music washes over us. It took a while for the sun to come into the horizon, but its illumination was there long before I could physically see it. The illumination of your connection to oneness is already here. It is here. And now we see it. We see it. take a cleansing breath, and whenever you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. I want y'all to say one word. One word. Reset. Reset. Every time we take a cleansing breath, this is our opportunity to reset. We get to choose peace no matter the circumstance. And I'm asking us to choose the recognition that you co-create with God. It's all you. And so it is. And so it is. We are shifting into giving, and I want us to do that by looking at the floor. And I want us to see see how much this floor has given us, y'all. This floor, thank you, Rupali. For 30 years, this floor has given us its love. And we about to say bye-bye. Can we say bye-bye? We love you and we appreciate you, but you got to go, okay? And please, y'all, okay, when y'all go into the gathering room, please look at the floor. And if I don't see you looking, I'm going to remind you. Just look at the floor, and we're going to say thank you to the floor because it's got to go. And guess what? It is already on its way out. Because as a community, we said yes to the faith walk for the abundance that's coming to get this all changed. The contract is already signed. The deposit is already paid. So it's on. Come on, y'all. That money, that money's already given. Okay? And so what we're going to do is keep replenishing the funds so we can do more and do more and do more and do more. And so I'm asking us to take our offering, whatever it is. I want you to imagine this number multiplied by 10. And I speak the word. I speak the word that 1 year from now, 1 calendar year from now, that offering is multiplied by 10. Which means your unfolding of abundance is multiplied by 10. Mark my word. Get ready. Get ready. And so together we say, we are thankful. We are thankful.
We're thankful
For this abundance.
for this abundance.
In all the ways that it showed up.
In all the ways that this has showed up.
We bless it.
We bless it.
We bless the fertile soil.
We bless the fertile soil
In which this seed will flourish.
in which this seed will flourish.
And so it is.
And just like the Magi came bearing gifts, I'm reminded today that they were giving to the Christ child and also giving to themselves, and we give to our community from that place. We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Yes, sing with me. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light, the light inside and out. Born a king on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again. King forever, ceasing never, over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Glorious now, behold him arise, King and God and sacrifice. Alleluia, alleluia, sounds through the earth and skies. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Guide us to thy perfect light. Guide us to thy perfect light. Thank you.
As the kiddos prepare to come in, I want to show y'all a couple things. You may have already seen it when you walked into the property, but we have a bench that is going to be dedicated to Reverend Joe, and we're going to have to put a marker there. It was supposed to come last week, but it didn't come on time. And we also have this marker here for Reverend Joe. It says, Reverend Joe Betancourt. This was his saying. He always said this. He said, prayer is the answer. What's the question? So we're going to have this mark for Reverend Joe as well. So we're standing on our history, y'all.
And would you stand and ring your jingle bells gloriously as we welcome the children? We're going to sing, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Miss Gwen.
And Alex. Today we have Valerie back. She has been gone for a while, and so we're so glad she's come back. And today we made stockings. They paint. This one has not been colored yet. And Kenya has pink people. It's just great. And Miss Gwen fills stockings with all kind of goodies inside. And Kenya's favorite thing, gummies. But these are very special. They're gummy Legos. Oh. So I hope your stocking is filled to the brim.
Thank you so much, Miss Gwen. We asked Kenya what she wanted for Christmas, and for the past month, she's only said candy. It's like, oh my goodness. And we keep trying to divert, and it's like only candy. That's all we're hearing. Okay. So, yes, that's right, Miss Gwen. You are the answered prayer. Okay. And so if we can, let's just look back at the camera, and we want to wave at our loved ones and say, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Right? We love you so much, and we're wrapping our arms around you wherever you are. And so it's always good to remember that while we're in this community physically present, there are times when some of us are just unable to come into the space, right, to come into the church for various reasons. And so we're all connected. What's powerful about this is time doesn't exist, right? We're here, but many of us watch these services way after, right? And so time is something that's fluid. It's something that's we created as mankind. Okay, if we can, we're going to stand and bless the kiddos. Y'all blessing us. We doing this, but y'all blessing us. Okay, let's read together. Children.
Children.
You are
perfect just the way you are, the divine, magnificent outpicturing of Source. Everything you desire is yours because you and God are one. We love you, we really, really love you. Mwah!
All right, y'all, let's circle up.
Ready, everyone? Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, y'all, before we do our prayer for protection, a couple of quick announcements. Pinta Rose, you want the ringers back, right?
Yes,
Yep,
if
let's-
you could, just leave them on your chairs.
Yep. If you leave them on a
My
chair.
Christmas elf will pick them up.
Jackie Tatum, she has a box of goodies and treats. It's going to be right at the door as you exit. And then, Dave, you wanted to say something. Dave has been on Zoom, and so Dave is with us in person.
Woo!
I've been on Zoom since COVID, and I wanted to thank everybody who's associated with Zoom. Thank you. I think Sally and Phyllis, and I wanted to say Merry Christmas to my fellow travelers on Zoom.
Merry Christmas. All right, Sally, thank you so much. All right, y'all, now we can do it official, okay? Because every week I'm stumbling over the words too, all right? So now we could do it as a unit. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's go.
The light of God surrounds us. We are light. The love of God enfolds us. We are love. The power of God protects us. We are power. Presence of God watches over us. We are presence. Wherever we are, God is, and our vine, and all is well. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We're dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, 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 bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Thank you. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey. So glad, thank you. So glad you could join us in person. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. The flute is very pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Can I pass you my case? Hold on, let me. Yeah, I'll do that for you. Just get the case